So, do you remember when we did the video about the Kim Kardashian sex tape part two, Secret of the Ooze, featuring Ray J? Only old heads are going to know what that's about. But although if it did come out, that would be a pretty good title, Secret
Secret
of
of the ooze.
the Yeah, but anyways, you were like, yo, there's no tape, there's no tape. And then the Kardashians, who is now on Star slash Disney, they got their new season. They show Kanye West, superhero, returns the laptop with the tape.
Yeah.
Saying there was no tape. There was never a tape.
And they show her watching it and her emotional about watching it.
Yeah, so she's crying, whatever. So I wanted to do this video and just be on some never doubt me, I'm always right type of vibe, because that's what I was
Okay.
saying.
Okay.
But then
You realize that that's bullshit.
well, hold on, let me finish.
Oh, sorry.
But then I seen one of the co-stars in The Secret of the Ooze respond to this clip that was released by the Kardashians. Of course, I'm talking about Ray J. And Ray J, and I want to get the quote right here. I mean, he ain't really saying much, but still, it's only right that I say it right. Ray J says, "All of this is a lie. Shake my head. Can't let them do this anymore. So untrue." So this is a comment that he was posting in response to that clip of Kanye delivering this alleged sex tape part two.
You might as well go first because my answer is very
No,
simple.
no, no. Here's okay. No. Hold up. I just want people to think about this, and yourself included, because I'm talking to you. So you're making a sex tape, right? You're with your G, and you're like, hey, let's film this shit. Maybe you go to Niagara Falls, and let's get experimental. You Friday night, you do the sex tape. You're there until Sunday morning. Friday night sex tape. Saturday night, you guys had fun all day, couple drinks, whatever. You're gonna slam again. You're not breaking the camera out again. I guess what I'm trying to say is, in my life experience with my filming, there's been more than one.
Right.
What I'm trying to say, and why wouldn't there be? This is the person you love. It's private. Nobody else is going to see it. You're going to watch it later and be like, that's gross. And maybe, you know what I mean? But like, there's more than, so when this started going around that there was a second tape, I'm just like, all right, that's not that hard to believe. Why wouldn't they film themselves more than once? Right? So when Ray J comes and tries to debunk this whole thing, that's a lie. What is a lie? He's not specific as to what the lie is.
Right.
So he's not clear. He's not saying there isn't a second one. He just says it's a lie. So he could be saying, hey, we still have this tape.
Wow.
Kanye didn't deliver anything.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
I don't know what Ray J is saying directly. But go ahead. You seem like
that is the biggest reach I've ever heard in my life. When Ray J says this is a lie, we don't know what he means when he says that. We know exactly what the fuck Ray J means when he says that. He means that the whole thing of Kanye giving her a laptop with a tape on it is a lie. That's what he means. You are sitting here trying to prove to me how you're right. And your evidence, what you're bringing to court, is an episode from a Kardashians reality TV show, of which, of course, they would never create anything for ratings or, push a narrative because they know people will pay attention to it. No. And we're not talking about, self-indulgent, narcissistic people like Kanye, who would have no problem playing into that narrative as well, because, well, he looks like the hero. No. This is not a situation that we're talking about. We're using your evidence, which is straight facts, factuals, not anything that I'm making up in my mind right now. Come on, bro. Really? That's what you really want to bring to me with that shit?
Did you watch the clip?
That's really what you want to bring to me with that shit?
So the question is, did you watch the clip?
No, and I don't need to watch the clip.
So
because I'm talking about a clip on a reality TV show.
So stop.
Okay.
So stop. So one of the last things that Kanye West says, right, in response to Kim Kardashian saying, no more writing big checks, right? No more writing big checks. Kanye West also says, no, and I'm paraphrasing here, but he uses this word. He says, and no more getting extorted. In other words, implying that this tape was out there and we were being extorted. There's a narrative going around right now that that record Easy with Kanye in the Game, the whole reason that record even came about was Whack 100 holding this tape over Kanye West's head. So there's a narrative out there about that as well. So in reference to Ray J saying this is a lie, untrue, he could be referring to the last thing that Kanye West said, which is, I'm sick and tired of getting extorted. Ray J could be basically saying, hey, we never extorted you. That never happened, right? Because again, Ray J's response to this says nothing about there being another tape. All you are saying is, you got to remember, you're not in the tape. You didn't hold the camera. You're not Kanye. You don't hang around the Kardashians. You don't even watch the show. All you're doing is you're going on a narrative that, yes, Kanye is a narcissist, and you're going on the narrative that, yes, it's a reality show.
Narrative? Is that a narrative or is that factuals?
And you're going on the narrative that, yes, this is a reality show.
Is that a narrative or is that factuals?
And this is a reality show and anything for ratings. But you're not actually involved. You're not one of the players in this whole scenario. But when you hold on for a second. But when you actually have the players in this situation saying what is going on, you brush all that off. You're like, no. I know I have nothing to do with it, but my personal life experience, which is completely detached from theirs, that's all bullshit. I got it. Cool.
You're asking me to believe Kim Kardashian's reality TV show and Kanye West. That's what you're asking me to believe, over Ray J, who's just kept quiet about this. Now, if we're talking about the Ray J of olden times,
Ray J never said anything directly, but go ahead.
If we're talking about the Ray J of olden times, Ray J of olden times was steady trying to find ways to get back into clout world, into fame world, into all of these things. If Ray J had or knowledge of a second sex tape, there were times where I could see in the past him trying to use that to gain some clout. He never did. He's grown, he's evolved, he's a different person now. He has his own business and he's concerned about evolving his business, not clout. He's concerned about his family, which he's displayed with his actions. So this is the person that you're telling me to compare to Kanye, Twitter fingers, narcissistic, crazy, and Kim Kardashian, who, you know, we all know how she got her fame and what she's been known for. She's done some great things in the world as well, too. But I also know that she is known for contacting paparazzi to get there and then acting surprised when they show up. I know that she knows how to manipulate the media for her favor. I know that she has a huge family that has huge leverage with a lot of media people in there, and they're always about how can we get people to have eyes on us. So the person who doesn't care if anybody's paying attention to me, let me just run my business, versus the other two who all they want is clout and attention on them. Who am I going to believe when it comes to this situation? I'm going to believe this guy on this side.
Oh, no. And you make a great point.
Because he has just as much to gain as everybody else.
No, you are 100% right. You make an absolutely great point. But the part that I don't understand, if Ray J wants to detach himself from this as much as possible and just say this is total BS, right? If that's what you're standing on, and you make a great case for it, by the way, why didn't you just say in that comment, this is all lies, there is no second sex tape? Why didn't you just say that? He didn't say that.
I think for you, he needed to say the words sex tape. I think that's for you. I think that's
why wouldn't he say that?
That's definitely a you thing. That's
definitely a you thing. But you're not answering the question.
For me, when there's an action that occurs, not
answering. You're a great dancer.
I am answering. Great because dancer. What was the question when he was saying this is a lie? What was he responding to? Was he responding?
He was responding to the clip,
right,
of Kim Kardashian. Let me finish. Receiving the tape, watching the tape, crying, and Kanye West saying at the tail end, "No more getting extorted." That's what he was responding to. This clip, this video clip. Go ahead.
Right. So the clip of Kanye giving Kim Kardashian the laptop with the sex tape, and Kim Kardashian
her watching the tape, crying, Kanye saying no more extortion.
And then Ray J's response was, "This is a lie." And you're in your mind, you've created something where you can't tell what Ray J's talking about. when he says this is a lie.
When
That's fine.
there's-
That's a you thing, though. You have to understand that.
Yeah. So
You
when
have to
there's
understand that.
multiple narratives out there, Ray J could be responding to anything.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying. And
Okay.
by the way, as convincing as what you are saying might be to some people, and that's fine, you still have no idea what he's talking about. Because
Right.
you're not in Ray J's head. And,
Sure.
and even with that, same thing on my side too. The clip is out there of Kim receiving this tape, blah, blah, blah. As convincing as with the high production values that it might seem that Kim did receive this tape, that also might be all lies, right? It might be all lies. I'm leaning more towards one side because I don't understand. Hey, man, if somebody was saying something about me, I'd make it very clear. That's not true. And I would be very specific about it. I'm not going to speak in code.
Let me end with this last thing.
Words matter.
So Kim Kardashian was just in the news for what? For crying or bawling her eyes out because her son saw something like an ad or something on Roblox?
Yes, about her tape.
Right. And she was bawling her eyes out to Kanye West, right?
Well, to her family, but yeah.
Right. So she was crying, whatever. She was bawling her eyes out. So clearly something very heavily emotional, something deep, something that she doesn't want revealed to the world. Why the fuck are you putting it on your TV show then? Why? Why are you putting it on your TV show, Kim Kardashian? If you're crying in the media about it one day, then why is it prominent on your TV show? And don't go tell me you don't have creative control. Don't do that, because we already know. So once again, what more do you need? What do you want from me? What more do you want from me?
You know, I mean, I guess like all I'll say,
obvious,
and we could bring it to a close, is because you're talking about why would you do that? And again, and that's fine. I know you don't watch the program. I never watched it either, but my wife loves it. I got into it. I'll admit that. But in the program, they show everything.
Yeah.
Everything. If this wasn't actual TV and they had some shame, you would have seen literally babies come out of vagina, seen them go to rehab. You see Kim literally look stupid, you know, like literally her cheating on her husband at the time with Kanye. They show everything. So when you say, why would they do that? It's because they show everything.
Right. But my why was versus what she did prior to this. So don't forget that. My why was doing those two things in contradiction to each other. Wasn't just by itself.
Well, viewing public, I guess there's two questions here. First question is the obvious, because the tail end of this video. Do you think there is an actual second sex tape? Does Kim have it? And then I think the second question for me, anyways, is if there is no second sex tape.
What is Ray J? What does he think they're like?
No. Hold on for a second. If there is no second sex tape, right? What was the point of all this? What was the point? Because the only reason that I could see there being a point to this elaborate rouge, is to deter anyone from looking for it. Because, hey, we just showed the entire world that I have it. You don't need to look for it anymore. But if you're trying to deter people from looking for it, that means it has to exist. Could be talking in circles here. I don't think I am. But leave it in the comments. What are your thoughts here? Kanye West, Game. My life, it wasn't easy. Deuces. Okay.